watching Melody Lane. With me you're gonna have a great crafting time.
Here's a shout out to a few of the people who support this channel on Patreon. Amber, Terry, Jody, Mary Jo, Julie, Linda, Sherry, Mary, Angela, Bella, Pamela, Gail, Jerry Lynn, Rita, Janet, Lynn, Jolie, Susan, Angela, Lori, Linda, Dana, BB, Spirit, Paula, Lonnie, Sandy, Diane, Linda, and Linda, Wendy, Paula, Sue, Michelle, Nelda, Cheryl, Valerie, Barbara, Rose, Krista, Kim, Ashley, Kara, Loretta, and Amanda. A huge thank you to my co-sponsors. You guys are awesome. Good morning. Thank you everyone for being here and chatting. We usually come chat before the video, about 30 minutes. We come here live every Saturday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific. Today we have a double feature. We're opening viewer mail after today. So we are live on Twitch and YouTube. You can ask comments on both. Or ask questions on the video in the live chat. We do a giveaway every Saturday for a $15 gift card to Amazon or PayPal. Wherever you want the money, I'll give it to you. That is sponsored solely by me. And what else? We're doing viewer mail after this. Did I say that? We are. So you guys get to see what I got from other people. I love viewer mail, not because I like receiving things, because I really enjoy seeing things that you guys make. I love it when you guys send in, and you guys are more talented than I am, I think. So I love to share what you guys do and looking at everything. So we do viewer mail the first Saturday of every month, and my address is in the About section, of my YouTube channel. No, Alex. I think he's still sleeping. So, shall we get started? I need questions. We will go over to Design Space. So let's go there now. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, in April 22nd, I'm leaving on a trip, and I'm still going to try to do the videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays from the hotel room, but on the Saturdays I may not be doing the videos. I will have videos, but they may not be crafting and they may not be Design Space. I know on May 2nd I'm going to have a video with some friends, and that's all I have to say. And let's get started on our Design Space class. Yes, Alex was up really late. I forgot. Oh, here's some viewer mail we're getting. And let's get to Design Space. And some people said they want to see my face during Design Space. So we'll see how this goes, because I'm always looking over this way. All right, so this is where we start. I know there's a lot of people new to Design Space right now. A lot of people who got a Cricut for Christmas. A lot of people who got the Cricut Joy who's never used Design Space. So please ask your questions. If you have questions after the video and I'm no longer live, put them in the comments and maybe I can cover them next week. Or if it's simple, I can put them in the... I can put them in the next video, or I can put the answer in the comments as well. Okay? And we got a question. How do your eyes always sparkle? Well, I don't know. Can I use adhesive paper on the regular Cricut? Yes, you can. You can use the regular, anything made for the Joy, you can use on the other Cricuts. Just you need to use it on a mat, but you need to use it on the Joy mat anyway. It's just shorter. It's not as wide. So, yeah, you can use it on any of the machines. Okay, so when I start a project, I always go, when I start Design Space, I just always click here, New Project. And I want to, first thing I want to do every Saturday, because it seems like every Friday or Saturday we have new cartridges. Thank you for subscribing. I'm going to click right here where this images is. And then this brings us to some images. Hello, Cinepop-Tart on Twitch. We are going to go to cartridges. And this, no, I didn't see these yesterday. They got these at the top again. I don't know why they have the Star Wars ones at the top right now. They were not there last night. But they usually show the newest cartridges first now. And some people have asked, they're upset that they're not in alphabetical order anymore. But I think having them this way, it's so much easier to find them, to see the new cartridges this way. And maybe you guys can help me. I don't quite understand why you would need them in alphabetical order, because you can just search right here. If you know the name of them, or if they're in alphabetical order, you're looking in alphabetical order, but you have to scroll forever. There's probably 1,000 cartridges or more. I don't know. I know I own 500 to 600, like that was 4 years ago. So there's probably over 1,000 cartridges now, and it would be too hard to scroll to keep them in alphabetical order. So showing the newest ones first, I think, is so much better, but maybe there's other reasons. But did you guys see this? Now, I've never heard of leprechaun footprints until about, well, it's probably 10 years ago now, where somebody I worked with had always put leprechaun footprints in their yard and outside and in the house to make it look like the leprechauns were there for St. Patrick's Day. And her kids would get all excited seeing leprechaun prints. So now you have these in Design Space. And I think it's really cool. I played with them last night. Let me go to my projects. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this or if I'll share it. I made this, I was playing with it to see how it worked on the Joy. To see if you can make a really, really long image. And this is 100%, but it like goes for a long time. I forgot what let me make this small. Wait a minute. Let me just move this over. Oh, it's not all selected. Let's group it. Okay, so this is 72 inches, but they are not attached together because I tried to attach them together and then they are too wide for the Joy. So I wanted to show you, if I click Make It, I have my Joy machine selected, and if I click Make It, we're going to say without a mat. Oh, I have to click Done. So we have these yellow pieces, which I would totally like move these around. Remember, you can always move things on a mat. If you want to. And then we have this one. So these are not like the way I had set them. But if you wanted to cut these all out and make it this long, you would just have to cut these apart or only lay them down one at a time. And that's the reason why I thought, well, maybe I shouldn't share this, because people will think they can put transfer tape over the whole thing and just lay it down. But it's not laid down correctly here. See how these are not matched up because it's too wide. But you could totally cut it out and then lay down each, I think it's 5 footsteps at a time. How you want them, you would have to go back to here and kind of look at this and see how they're laid out. So that's why I didn't share them. Like, oh, that's not real helpful. So that's that. Let me go. Oh, I didn't see all the cartridges yet. Let's go to cartridges. And then Papel Picado Mother's Day banner. These are really pretty. And then we have 1920s women. There's 18 images. And now my face is in the way. And then Happy Purim icons. Childhood cancer awareness. Is it Live Green? It's Live Green, not Live Green. Live Green. Those are, I didn't see these last night. And then we have sobriety t-shirts. I think we had these last week, or at least we did Monday. It's the Little Things, Flower, Purium Party banners, Kawaii seals. Insert card corners, so you can make your own Joy cards. And if you're on your other machines, you can make the entire card right here. So they have these for the Joy, and these are for the Explorer and Maker. They're the same images, except for these, you just cut out the whole card. Okay. Now, let me get to your questions. Okay. Which is the best paper vinyl for stickers? If you're doing printable stickers, I think the Cricut Printable vinyl is the best, not the sticker paper. I don't like the Cricut sticker paper for stickers. I like the printable vinyl for stickers. Okay. And I think I saw some answers about cartridges, so let me find some stickers. Stickers on my mind. Okay. This is why I like the questions in caps. Can you show how to make a design with clip art from Google? I have lots of videos on that. Search my channel for uploading images to Design Space. Maybe I should add clip art to that. I mean, it's any kind of image like that. Is the Joy just for cards? No. You can do vinyl. You can do big projects on the Joy. Which is best, to save your projects to computer and cloud, or just the cloud? It's up to you. If you are ever going to use your computer offline without internet access, or if you lose internet access or have bad internet, I would save them to your computer. But I just save them to the cloud. I'm looking for questions. Are the cartridges just for the maker? No. The cartridges are for everything in Design Space. Every image you see in Design Space is on a cartridge. So that's why I go to the cartridges to see the new cartridges, because you see them all. The adhesive paper only comes in 6 by 12 or 5.5 by 12. Anita's worried about the Joy mats and how long they last. I've been told that somebody's got them last to 30 times. Do not put a lot of pressure and stick them down when they're brand new. As the stickiness gets less, use a brayer and push it down. The average I think they last is 10 to 12 card mats. That's why they lowered the price. The price of a card mat is only $5.99. And the regular mats are $9.99. And our big mats are like $15.99. So I think $5.99 is a good price. You cannot do print and cut on the Joy. Do the quick corner cards include an envelope? These corner ones do not. I don't know if these do. Let's bring it in. They do include an envelope. So just because the envelopes, they don't usually show in the picture, but they do have the envelope. I'm going to go to new project so I don't keep adding to that one. You want me to show you how to center the Joy cards in the inside? What do you do with the old cartridges that you linked? I put them in shoe boxes, or picture photo boxes is what they are, and put them in my closet. When I use my iPad, my maker's button is blue. After that cuts are made, is this normal? Yes. It just means the maker's connected through Bluetooth. Lisa, I think that Cricut machine is one of the very first machines and you cannot use Design Space. How do you get your stuff back from the cloud? It's just there. Let me go to the home. Like the projects just show up. You can use regular vinyl with the Joy mat, yes. Okay, what words would I enter to search for intricate weeding designs on Design Space? I don't think anything is searchable that way. I think if you look for mandalas. I always say it wrong, so then I always forget the correct way. There's tons of mandalas. Am I saying it correctly? Mandala. Okay, let's search for that. Okay, well that's not good. There's a whole lot of them. I must be spelling it wrong. Alexa, spell mandala.
Mandela is spelled M-A-N-D-E-L-A.
I had it right. Do I have something filtered? No. Let me do it here. Yeah. Oh, she's spelling the guy. That's why. There we go. These are cartridges. So these are not just simple ones. There's 21 images here, 44 animal images, Diwali monograms. Look at all these. Tons of them. Here's intricate ones. Here's intricate ones. So if you like weeding, some people really like to weed. Okay. So some of my answers are being answered in the chat too. Somebody asked, are they ever going to make it Kindle friendly? I think if you go to the, thank you, Patty, go to the Android app, there's go-arounds to get onto it, but they're only making it for Android and iPad. So if the Kindle is not Android friendly, it won't work. So don't buy a Kindle to use Design Space. Okay. Now, we had that question about centering projects for the inside of the Joy. I did do a video in my Facebook group, Cricut Joy Projects on Facebook. I did a live video yesterday showing how to make your own cards and all that kind of thing. So if you want to see that, join my group, Cricut Joy Projects. But let's go ahead and do this. We are going to write on the inside of the card. So we are going to click writing. Under style, you have font, and right after that you have style. So choose your style. We're not choosing a different font. We're just going to do this. We can center it. And we want to get it on, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Shape. The width is, we're going to do 4.25. This is 5.5. This is the size of an A2 size card. Thank you for subscribing. I don't know how to say that name. We'll change the color and show this in the front. Or, yeah, bring that to the front. Now, you can make this any size you want, and it doesn't matter where you put it right now, because we're going to click Make It, and we're going to use a card mat, and we're going to move this, move object. So let me show you again. You click this circle with the 3 dots inside. Move object, and then click on the other mat. So now we can center this. We can turn it if we wanted to. Can center it. You cannot change the size. You can only do that on the other canvas. So then we're ready to do this, but we don't want to cut this piece out because we're putting our card base in there. So what we're going to do, we're only using the square to center it. So we know where to put the writing. Without this square, we might center it with this too. This is the mat. This part down here is the mat, and this square here is the actual card where it will be on the mat. So then we're going to hide the square, so now it will not cut out that square and it will only write. If we kept that square there, it would write on that square and cut it out, and then our card will not have an inside. So that is not what we want. I hope that makes you understand. This is not another Cricut Joy video. I'm just showing that. I'm answering questions, so if you have questions about other things, please ask them. Okay. Nana Lynn's says she's out because no one's answering her questions. Does anyone see her questions? All I see is her saying hi to people. Don't see her question. If you make your question too long, YouTube will not post it. I see you complaining about you not getting your question, but I don't see your question. If your question does not get answered and we don't see it, post it again. Oh, she's just saying hi. I can't respond to every chat. The Cricut Joy will cut acetate. I have cut acetate in some of my videos with the Joy. Can you set your design space to cut for notebook size like A4? Can you tell me what A4 size is? Yes, Lonnie, so you don't attach it or it cut through the card. You cannot curve text on the app. Judy's asking, how do you write on the inside of the card with a Joy? I already have a video on that. I have a list of Joy videos on my YouTube channel. It's in there and it has a picture of a card on the Joy. Is there a specific Joy pen to use on the writable vinyl? Yes. The fine point 0.3, 0.4, not gel pens and not metallic. Draw is the same as write. Okay, so A4 is 8.5 by 11. Deborah's asking what else can you use the sticker paper for. I have a video all about the sticker paper where I actually put foil on the sticker paper on the adhesive side. It was really cool. Okay, so if you want to make an A4 size project, I don't really understand your question. So ask that again about, I'm clicking on my software, video software, not my design space. Yes, you can curve text in DS and cut it with your Joy. So I like to change the colors of this dark color. We're going to unlock this. And we will do 8. So it's 8.5 by 11. Is that what that was? That's A4. So that's just like the regular sheet of paper. Oh, 8.5 by 6. Depending on who's right. So if you want to cut this out, it said incompatible. So anytime you see this little thing here, it will tell you why it's incompatible. So if you ever get this little hazard sign, click on it. I'm going to switch machines. And click make it. Okay, so here's the A4 and You can change. Oh, right. Oh, wait. This says 8.3 by 11.7. So you can choose A4 for your material size. And then you would just make your shape that big. So you can fit that on there. So according to Cricut, it's 8.3 by 11.7. So you can change the size as long as it's bigger than the size of your material. So now if I go to the purple one, that's a smaller size, so I have more options. Here's the A5, 6 by 6. So it won't let you choose an option that is smaller than your material. If that makes sense. What about t-shirts on the Joy? Does the Joy automatically adjust to make a t-shirt? You just have to do the size. You have to make it fit. Like if you wanted a t-shirt with 3 lines of text and you wanted them each 4 inches, even though it's like big, you can still do that. You just put each line in at a time. Do you think the Joy is worth getting for those of us with the Maker? It's completely up to you. I love my Joy. I will use my Joy before my Maker because it's so much faster, and I didn't realize it until I used it a few times. Like the next mat, you don't even have to go to Design Space. You just load it and unload it. I mean, it's just so much easier and faster, and it's completely up to you. Join my Cricut Joy group, and you can learn if it's for you. So this class is mostly about Design Space. So let's keep our questions about Design Space. Yes, you can curve text on a MacBook. Okay, when I go to use the corner pieces with the Maker, while making a card, they disappear when I slice another image. I don't know exactly how you're doing it, but when you slice or edit anything, they disappear. Like, okay, let's put this purple one in front. Let's slice these two. You can only slice with two images. Sorry. So I have these 2 layers selected. Now, if I were to select all of this, oh, my picture's in the way. There we go. Move me up there. If I were to select all of this, my slice button is not lit. Right here. There's no slice. If I just select 2 of them, then I can slice. And when you slice or edit, sometimes the things go behind them and they're hidden behind them. You have to pull the things out. Trying to think of an example of how that happens, but I can't think of one right now. You can change the colors for print and cut if it's a layered image. Here, let's go over that. Let's just delete all this. So we're going to go to images. We're not going here. Let me find a layered image. That's okay. I think that's printable. Like, oh no, it's not. It is layered. Okay. So this is a layered image. It has a ton of layers, but that's why it is so detailed. You don't have to do all these. Like I could hide. Wait, not that one. Oh no. They usually don't make them like this. This one may be more. Oh, this one has different color hair. I don't know what that is doing. It's the background of her. Well, anyway, if we wanted to change the color, here I go again. I don't know if this thing of me is going to happen. If we want to change the color, we can go up here and change it before we make it print. Sorry. And you can go to advanced. You can change it to whatever you want to change it. Let's just make it purple for now. Now I can change the color of everything that was that color very easily by pulling it down into the purple. So we changed the color of that, but it's still a layered image. It's not a print image. If I select it all, I can go over here to flatten and watch what happens. Anytime you flatten it, it changes it to print. So if I click flatten, it puts it all in one image and changes it to print. Now it has the little hazard sign now because it's too big for print and cut. So we would have to make it smaller for print and cut. If we have it this way and we decide we still want to change some color, all we have to do is go down here and click unflatten. And now it's still all set to print and cut, but let's say we wanted to change her, we're going to give her bright red lips, change her lip color. And now if we go to make it, because they're still set to print, right? But what happens? It's all separate. They're going to print all separate because it is no longer flattened. So let's go back and we will select it all and click flatten. So now when we hit make it, it'll print all of that and it will cut out only around the outside. It will also cut out right here in between her arm because there's nothing there. So it will cut all of that out. Does that make any sense? Now, in order to win my giveaway, you do have to be able to be in the chat. You can also join my Facebook group, Cricut Design Space with Melody Lane. I see a lot of questions that are always answered in my group, and it's much easier to answer your questions when you post a picture of the problem. If you can take a screenshot or even just use your camera, your phone, take a picture of it if that's the only way you can do it. We answer questions in there all day long, and it's the best place to get questions answered. Okay. Now I kind of only answered part of that question. Let me go get a printable image. And we are on version 5.5.33. there's a newer update that's come out. I haven't gotten it yet, but I didn't test it yet today. So before we're done with the video, I will try to test it. Is there printable in here? Printables, okay. So we're going to use the filter and just select a printable image just so I can show you. So like, cute flamingo. So this you cannot change the colors on because there are no layers. You cannot unflatten it because it came this way. We did not flatten it. So you can only unflatten images like this one because we flattened it. It was not made to be printed. But if it's made to only be printed, you cannot change the color. I hope that answers your question. Amy means when she uses the quick corner cards in image in DS and she goes to slice it, it doesn't work. Okay, let's try that. Do you mean the ones made for, I'm going to go to cartridges and I'm just going to search corner. The ones made for the Joy or the ones for the other ones? Like, I'm guessing these? If you mean just the ones with only the corners and not the cards, please let me know. Flatten is only for print and cut. So let's bring this in. Please don't be afraid of print and cut. If you are afraid of print and cut, you are not alone. But please try it. It's so much easier than you think it is. So many people are like, oh, why didn't I do print and cut before? Okay, I'm going to change the color of this black so we can see it. Okay, so it's grouped, so we're going to ungroup it. Yeah, you need to sign out and back in, completely close Design Space, and see if it'll come in. And I will do that on camera when we're done. So what I'm guessing is you are trying to slice this to make it like a Joy card, to make your own card. If I'm wrong, let me know. Let me see. I've not tried this. Let's bring in a shape. I'm thinking does it work? Okay. Not sure why it doesn't work. Or what are you trying to do? There is no score line in this card. There should be a score line. To add a score line to any card, you click on Shapes. You can put it anywhere you want, and then select it and click Align and Center, and then you'll have to attach. If it has a score line attached to it, you will not be able to slice. So if it has a score line, see, watch. Let's put the star back up here again. We have to make it into the front. And the slice is not lit up. But if we select this and detach, you can detach and still leave it there. Because we attached it, brings everything to the front, and my star is missing. So what I do is I select this big piece, click Arrange, and send to the back, and now I can see the star again. And now when I select it, because I do not have the score line selected, the score line is just sitting there, it's not attached to the card. I do not want to move it because it's in the correct place. But we're going to now select both of these two images and click slice and then pull them away and it slice. If you don't pull it away, it looks like it didn't do anything. Maybe that's what the problem is. I'm not sure. So now we want to, I sent this to the back so I can see the score line because it disappeared because the card came in front of it. So now I'm going to select that and now I'm going to attach it. And now we have this ugly card with 2 stars in it. Okay, now let me go back to the chat for a minute. Oh, the ones that are only corners. Okay, let's do those. But hopefully somebody learned something from this. Have you guys learned anything yet today? I feel like this class was not the best class so far. So many questions that were not design space related. Star-studded event. Thank you. Okay, we're going to go to images, cartridges, corner. Oh, if you're trying to slice through these, that's the problem. You don't slice. Oh, unless you're putting them on. Why are you slicing these? That's my question. If you're making it for the Joy card, I'm going to get rid of this. If you're making this for the Joy card, you don't slice. You just leave it like this. And let's say we wanted a card with 2 stars. What we would do is we can either attach them or weld them. I'll attach them and it all changes the same color. That's okay. And then I'm going to click make it. Well, we have this other star. We'll just hide him. And you know what? We're not in the right machine. So let me go up here and click back to the Joy. Let's delete that one. We're going to click make it. We're going to click on a card mat. And this is how it's going to cut out. You are going to put the paper on there. It's going to cut out these 2 stars and it's going to cut out the corner pieces. Oh, so you're making it for the maker. Okay, then don't use these. Does that answer your question? If you want the corner cards and you want to make it for the maker, unless you can still do this on the maker, but if you are you using the card kits? You don't. This is all you need if you're using the card kits on any of the machines. This is all you need. If you're not using the card kits and you're cutting out your own corner cards, then that's not the ones to use. Use these. They're already set. They're already sliced in there. They got envelopes. They got the insert piece, I think. They have everything you need. Okay, let me go back. Whoops, I didn't mean to hit that again. Okay, if you want to slice this out, I see no reason why it doesn't slice. Unless you have these images. Let me show you why it doesn't slice. So even if you're not interested in these cards, we're just going to pretend this is the size. If you're not interested in these cards, you're learning slicing and designing your own. Okay, so you can only slice with 2 images. I'm going to arrange those to the front. Okay, so these are 3 images attached together. If I were to try to slice this, I can't because it has 4 images selected. If I want to slice, let's detach these for one. Let me move these stars. If I just want to slice this through, select it and click slice and then move it out of the way. and they're sliced through. It worked. Or if you wanted to do them all at once, let's move these stars in here, select them. I could weld them. Then I'll put them in a different place. Then I can slice them because there's only 2 layers selected. See over here? And click slice. So if they weren't, I have no idea why you couldn't get it to work. You can use these on the maker. How do you stagger the lines in text? I don't know why I'm writing this. It's just what came to my mind. Okay, so somebody asked, how do you stagger the lines in text? You have these 3 options here. If you want to, and you know what, I'm going to change these to regular so you can see them better. You can go over here and click advanced and ungroup lines, and you can move them anywhere you like to move them. You can also, let me put this here, this over here. You can select them all and you can go to align and distribute horizontally, and it'll make it more even, although just because this has more words, it doesn't look quite even. But you can move with the arrows on your keyboard. You can just move them however you want. You can change the font on different ones. It's not a font I would use for this. I'm just showing you. You can use different fonts. Oh, look, we got another circle font. You can make one writing. And I can select them all and attach them and hit make it, and I'm on the joy. Let's go to the maker. And it'll keep it just like that. Yes, if you're using the card kit, you just open the card and lay it on the mat. Okay, so I've shown this like so many times in my videos. We're going to go to home. We're going to go to, I want to go to all projects. Going to go to free for the joy. I'm going to show you how to cut them on the other machine. So we're going to pick this one. We cannot customize it. We're going to click make it. We'll replace what we have on our mat. So this is a card made for the joy. All you have to do is move it over to the right hand side. Lay your paper down on the mat. If you have the card kit, open the card kit so the front of the card kit is all the way to the right. Doesn't matter, you can flip it the other way if you have to. Lay it down so that's all the way over to the right. And you have your card on the maker. You do not need a card mat for the bigger machines. It's totally unnecessary and a waste of money for the card mat. It's not needed. Yay, you guys are learning something new. Okay, and a lot of you that are new, I highly suggest you watch my other videos for Design Space. There's 126 videos in my Cricut Design Space class. You do not need to watch them all. But watch some of the more recent ones. The first one is the list is I got a Cricut for Christmas, now what? That is for beginners. Okay, should we do our giveaway? We need you to chat. Let me close out all of my Design Space. How many do I have open? Oh, I only have one more open. I'm going to quit. Did you guys see that? It is not $238. It is $187 if you have Cricut Access. If you don't have Cricut Access, you need to buy Cricut Access with this. Okay. And we're going to be opening for your mail right after this video. You guys are funny. Mary Ann's asking, how do I make that Easter card with regular cardstock? So if you don't have the card kits, you don't need it. Well, Mary Ann, I'm going to be sharing. Oh, I forgot I was going to do Design Space. I was thinking about the winner. You guys keep chatting. It's an entry for the giveaway. And my Design Space did not update yet. So it's still here. So, Marianne, I have this file here. It says base card with insert. So you can cut your own base cards with inserts. I can share that. The chat is making me dizzy. Okay. Let's go with it. We have a winner. And here's the winner. Tanu Anton. Tanu Anton. Can you guys see that? I don't know what you guys are seeing. So Tanya, I'm not good at names. You need to email me at melodylanedesigns@gmail.com. melodylanedesigns@gmail.com. And when you email me, I need to know if you want to be paid through Amazon And if you do, I need your Amazon email or PayPal, and I'll need your PayPal email to send you money. So you have a chance, and I updated my design space. It didn't update. I didn't update it. I tried. In the update, though, I heard that it's really good news. Where's my design space? Oh, there it is. The text, right now, the text, let's add some text. When you choose text, say I'm scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And let's say I choose this text. Now I want to change the text. It does not keep my space. It comes back to the beginning. But in the new update, I heard it will keep your place. So that is always good. Somebody says, are the old cartridges now in DS? The cartridges have always been in DS from the beginning, unless they've been discontinued because of licensing. But all the old cartridges have always been in Design Space. Yes, I have a Mac. I think they update the PCs first. Yes. Who's over at Viewer Mail already? Okay. In about 10 minutes, we're going to go to Viewer Mail. And I got things to open. I got this big box from Sheila. And I got all these cards, packages. We're going to open those up. All right, guys. I will see you in a few minutes. I got to set this up for the next video. And thanks for coming. And leave me a comment after the video's over. Tell me what you need to learn in Design Space. Tell me what you want your next class to be. I've taught everything, but so I don't know what to teach anymore except for answering your questions. So if there's something that you need a refresher on or something you haven't seen, let me know. Love you guys. I'll see you in a few minutes. Bye.